the timeline issues, obviously they're apparent. I don't know if they bother me so much. The fact that Silvio is definitely older than he's supposed to be doesn't bother me too much.
Yeah, because apparently Silvio and Tony are around the same age.
Yeah, and in this one, first of all, the way I would have done it, the only character, if you're trying to be like 100% to the timeline, the only character where it makes sense that they would be there is Paulie.
Yeah, and everyone who was playing a character that we know was just doing a bad impersonation of them. Like,
yeah,
that's sorry. I mean, even down to Livia. Like, Livia was acting like Livia, which I guess is like what is she supposed to do, but even her voice, like, yeah, Tony, like, none of the accents were even believable. Like, it was like Silvio was like a straight up impersonator.
Yeah, Silvio.
Paulie was like a bumbling idiot. Like, it was just like, I don't know. It was like a cheap, like made for TV movie version of The Sopranos.
Maybe. Like I said, the acting and those things specifically, when I first watched it, were very apparent to me, and I didn't like it. The second time watching it, I didn't mind it so much. The timeline issues, I didn't mind so much the second time. The story, maybe because like where it's going, I was definitely able to follow more. I was definitely like more excited by it the second time. I like the kind of the way I see it was, you see Dickie Moltisanti, and in the first half of the movie you see he has this very kind of jaded, tense relationship with his father. You see he doesn't really like the person who his father is, and then by the end he becomes exactly like his father, including becoming abusive and and basically murdering his mistress, who is his father's former wife. And
that was just a weird angle all around.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I mean, when I first read the script, I definitely wasn't a fan of that. But I saw this.
Once your father sticks his penis in someone, how you could then also stick your penis in the same human being? Well, I can't buy that.
Well, I think the basic theme of it's Dickie becoming exactly like his father.
It's symbolic,
despite the fact that that's who he's actively trying not to be, where he's constantly saying that he wants to be a good person, unlike his dad. And what I was saying was just like, you see Dickie not wanting to be like his dad, but becoming exactly like him, and you also
mad at me. I'm sorry. I don't.
You
have a
also
choice.
see
it's gonna fall. If I
teenage Tony Soprano, who doesn't want to be like his father, but we know because we've seen The Sopranos that that's exactly what he's going to end up being like, and we know that Christopher Moltisanti is going to end up exactly like Dickie. And I saw this basic theme of like, I saw this basic theme.
Sorry, James.
I saw this basic theme of just like sons fighting to not become like their father, and then eventually becoming exactly like them.
Yeah, I could see that.
And I see Many Saints of Newark. Many Saints of Newark it parallels The Sopranos, where it's like the Many Saints of Newark is basically like, what type of person do you become when you have a father who doesn't love you, and The Sopranos is what type of person do you become when you have a mother who doesn't love you. Here's what I feel about.
I don't have any problem with any of that. It was just the execution wasn't done well enough.
All right.
Like, I like the way you just described that. I could buy that. I could buy into that. I think that makes for a good movie. I don't think they did it well.
Like, you think in a lot of ways they're trying to be too Soprano?
They were stuck in the middle.
Yeah.
They were stuck in the middle because they went so hard with the Sopranos lore and with the marketing that they had no choice but to put in all these Easter eggs and shit like that. They weren't even Easter eggs.
Silvio shouldn't have been in the movie. He shouldn't have.
But everybody, Pussy
Silvio shouldn't have been in it either. The only
Paulie, Livia, even making reference to Carmela, making reference to Artie. Like they were doing all that to please the fans, and like they were just stuck in the middle between doing just fan worship, and like universe worship, and trying to make a movie that you were doing, and also trying to put in like the social commentary angle,
right,
of like the race riot. Like they didn't even go all the way in on that. Like that was very surface level.